Folks, thinking about buying a monitor, maybe a laptop that has some screen damage, maybe even a tablet, be careful what you're looking at, okay? I'll give you some tips. Now this screen has ever so slight lines in it that during gaming you might not even notice. This screen, depending on the game, you might have issues with the settings or seeing what's up here in the upper left. In this case, on this laptop, you can change the resolution and make it more of a box screen, and then you would be able to see the settings. But what good is that for playing, you know, in the ultimate resolution on this laptop? This tablet, you know, some areas of it are not as good as far as the touch sensitivity goes, but for watching movies and other stuff, and the fact the 4K camera works, this thing works out great. So while one can get a huge discount, like on this monitor, 2 lines down the middle, otherwise this monitor is in perfect condition. You know, you have to be careful with what your needs are, right? Depending on the game, these lines might be really annoying. If you're just using this for, you know, spreadsheets and shit, maybe it's not so bad. I don't find myself using this monitor a whole lot because the lines do bother me. But for the resolution, you know, occasionally I will use this monitor for gaming. Next to it, got this 34 by 1440p monitor, which looks absolutely beautiful. I can't remember what the refresh is on it, but it is a great monitor. But then you get to this left side. Now, in Fortnite, not really a problem because the settings are over here, folks. But certain things might be a hassle. If I were to use Xbox gaming capture, whatever it's called, the screen for that pops up under this bad part of the screen, right? So that sucks. But the workaround, if you're using an NVIDIA card, is to use NVIDIA's shadow play, and I just hit Alt F9 and boom, I'm recording. Okay, so there are some workarounds. Now when you're playing this, you know, yeah, that does kind of obviously suck with that aspect. You're losing, you know, in this case 10-20% of your screen. Resolution could, you know, you could change the resolution on the screen to just a 1440p, which would be 1440 by 2560 if I remember correctly, and then you don't really have any issues. But then it's like, what was the point of buying the ultra wide screen? So this monitor I actually ended up getting for free. There was more damage than what was pictured. By the time I got it, there was only supposed to be this itty bitty section of the screen, and you know, there was much wider, right? It was about 3 or 4 times. Now I was hoping to just get, you know, 10% more off. The guy ended up giving it to me completely for free. So hey, I'm using it. Eventually I'll get another 3440 by 1440p monitor. You would think, you know, all the shit I buy on this channel to include all these ridiculously expensive graphics cards, I would have a really awesome 3440 by 1440p monitor. But reality is we have 2 busted up ones. I'll show you the other one in a moment. Now, you know, this guy here, like I said, I think I got this for somewhere in the 40 to 60 range. It's worked out, you know, when you need a monitor somewhere, you're troubleshooting, I can drag this one over here. And of course, you know, nothing wrong with this one over here, but this is my Sony 4K Bravia TV, 120 hertz. You know, I always have that for, you know, when I really want to do awesome gaming. So even though these are all dinged up, there's a point for this, right? I make these different video game videos and I need this resolution, and unfortunately, you know, didn't have the money to buy a really good one, and maybe in the future we will. So one that's even better was this Dell one here. Let me show you the front of it. This was one that I was misled on. It was only going to have, you know, basically the screen damage that you see there, and I was still going to be able to see stuff in this portion as well as all over here. Well, After this thing heats up, after say, I don't know, 5 minutes, the whole thing starts to flicker, goes crazy. I don't think these guys tested it very good. Funny thing is, I bought this monitor and that one off of the same place. I never asked for a refund of any kind on this guy, but you know, I kind of felt like getting the other one free offset the fact that this one was all jacked up, right? So I've got a lot of monitors here, you know, including TVs, another 4K. Then we've got a legit, you know, 1440p monitor that works fine there. This one, good luck finding, you know, where the issue with the screen is on this one. So this actually has some slight blue imperfections, but yeah, with that background you'll never find it. So depending on the background, that is you know, where the issue may come in. Now over the course of time, I bought a lot of different laptops with screen damage. You know, you can always use the HDMI if it has it. In this case, you need one of these deals, right? But this monitor, excuse me, this monitor right here is plugged into this one. Ideally, because this is a 1440p screen, I would use another 1440p screen. So at some point I need to swap these two. And then, you know, this, I could absolutely duplicate what's on this screen with the 1440p monitor. Now this has, does this have the i7? This has an i7 in it. I got this for like 200 some bucks. 12th Gen i7. Let me just show you this. So that has the i7 1260p, which I think out of the 12th Gen i7s that I have in other laptops is one of the better ones. But it came with 16 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte drive. You know, for 200 some bucks, I can live with this, right? And I don't feel so bad taking this on a road trip. Like, you know, if it got stolen, yeah, that would suck. But if it got damaged at the airport or lost, it would suck to lose my information that's on there. But I'm not going to be as concerned about, you know, the laptop as I am with my 13th Gen i7 with RTX 4060 laptop, right? So you can game on this type laptop, and so it's not, you know, not that bad. You know, Intel Iris Xe graphics, which are just, you know, okay. But hell, you want to save money, you know, that's one route, right? Buy one of these. You can even find one with a more jacked up screen, and definitely have to use an external monitor. You know, that aspect kind of sucks, except for if you already have the monitor and you just need a computer, you can go that route. But on eBay and other places, you'll find, you know, all kinds of deals. So just giving you guys my 10 cents on buying a monitor, laptop, or even, like I said, this tablet. Also had for a good deal, 60 bucks. It's got a 4K camera, and you know, I use those 4K cameras to record on the channel, so it pays off for me. May not pay off for you, but thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.